Good morning, everybody. Making sure I have everything I need, because once you drive down this hill, if you've forgotten your wallet or something, it kind of irks you to come back. Oh, cool. The ravens or the crows are always out here quite a bit. If I move this, then I'm not going to get it back to where I want it. Okay, my video had shut off, and I had tried to show you the crows or the ravens, and I don't think I got the section where, that still hurts. I hadn't got the section where I said I had a question for you guys. Is it true that ravens and or crows keep away hawks? Because some of you guys have seen that a hawk sits down there. Probably red tail, could be sharp shin, a third kind. I can't tell them apart. Coopers, I think. Is it true that crows or ravens or both kind of keep the hawks away a little bit more? And or do ravens or hawks become a nuisance? I see on online people feed the ravens, and do crows or ravens become a nuisance? I see online that people feed ravens, and that ravens become real friendly to the humans, and like always come to where they feed them, and sometimes leave them little shiny trinkets or gifts or whatever. So I have thought about maybe feeding the ravens, but I don't know if they'll become a nuisance. So anyway, so hi, good morning. I am on my way to just do a couple errands, but I wanted to touch base with you guys with a little bits and pieces update for how the past week has gone a little bit. I haven't been doing videos. I haven't been doing social media very much. Looks like rain down there in the valley, maybe. So on my Instagram, I posted Saturday. This is Saturday, so a week ago Saturday, I posted that I had fallen, conked my head, went to the ER to check for concussion and because I had blood. And I tripped, fell, hit my head on the arm of the sofa. It's a little cheap Amazon sofa, and so somehow something punctured. I had a little puncture wound, a scrape and a puncture wound, so they put glue on it. The glue is driving me crazy. Big old chunk of glue in my hair. You're not supposed to pick at it or remove it before it falls out, but if it's all glued to my hair, I don't know. Am I gonna know when it's supposed to be falling out? I don't know. But I'm okay. It wasn't a concussion. Apparently. I had a big lump. The lump was sore. It's still the glue and the lump kind of catching my glasses a little bit, but I'm fine. But Mattisfaction, thank you so much for giving me that word that there is some like physical therapy exercises to help the problem that I had described. It's where you don't have awareness of where your body, you think you're putting your foot down one place and your foot's really going down another place, that kind of thing. It's a lot of clumsiness. My sister has it super, super bad. She has it way worse than I do. At Mattisfaction, thank you for that word that you gave me so I could look it up. My sister has this problem terribly bad, and no doctor has ever given her that word and or kind of exercises for that. So I passed that word on to her, so thank you. So that was Saturday. Sunday, we had like thunderstorms, cold wind. We've been having high winds. There's been trees down here and there and everywhere. So Sunday I just laid around and crocheted and read a book and binge watched TV and that kind of thing. Went to work most days. There was one day I didn't get to work. And then on the good side, I was nominated by mental health professionals in the area as one of the nominees for Social Worker of the Year. So that was an honor. I went to that ceremony. Man, the people that were nominated were people, oh my gosh, people that work with babies that are born addicted. One person that was acknowledged, given an award, was a marriage counselor with the VA. Another one was a Department of Corrections woman who does work within the Department of Corrections. Amazing work those people are doing. So I felt very humbled and honored to be kind of within that group. So there was that one day this week. I don't do well with adults. I am so socially inept. I was so nervous about going to this thing because I thought for sure I'd trip or fall or faint or vomit or say something super stupid. But I didn't. It was a short ceremony, so there was that. So excellent news. We've hired another person for my team at work. So sorry. This is probably terrible for you guys. So some of my workload will be spread out finally. Oh, yay. My work team at work, my discipline, I've been a team of one for most of 4 years almost. Is it 4 years? Yeah, it's coming up to 4 years. So I am super stoked to have a new person at work that will be on my team and will take some of my caseload. So that's super awesome. And I don't know. So this weekend, the week before last, to top it off, the week before last, I had the flu and a double ear infection and blah, blah, blah. So I missed a week of work, basically. And my check was super small. And so this weekend, I'm just going to basically stay around home, either rest or get things done, depending how I feel. And today's errands are only going to the post office because I finally ordered Egyptian walking onions. And a lot of people, Egyptian walking onions plant themselves. So they get the little thing on top and then they plant themselves. And so you just have, every year they kind of reseed themselves. I already said that, they plant themselves. And so I've thought that I wanted to try Egyptian walking onions for a long time. But whenever I order seeds from the usual places, I order seeds from Baker Creek. If I look at Burpee or the other one, there's another website I always look at. They're always out of stock or they don't offer them or whatever. So I finally got brave and ordered them on Etsy. You know, I always worry about ordering seeds on Etsy or Amazon, places like that, because who knows what you're getting, right? I'm so suspicious of people. So I finally ordered them from Etsy and they should be in my mailbox at the post office. So I'm going to the post office and then I'm going to try to also stop and get water. Oh, yes. You know what? Living up there is amazing, but you gotta have patience for this road and getting down to the highway for sure. Okay, so that's the update. Social work nomination, new hire at work. bunk on the head, but I'm fine. Thank you, Mattisfaction, for the information that no doctor has given my sister. You know, the doctors, they're just starting with me. Who would know to give that information to me? But to be able to pass that on to my sister so she can ask. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else. I almost let my plants, my seedlings in the house die when I was sick because I didn't keep them watered. Yeah, that's about it. So I may or may not post this. I want you guys to know that those of you that know I bonked my head, I don't want you guys to think like I'm down and out and whatever. Oh, some people, thank you guys for caring. Some people worry about me being up here alone. And, you know, am I going to fall? I might fall out in the woods or something. But that, it is what it is. I am not going to... I just want to live my life to the fullest, and I want to figure out enough so I can get back to chopping wood and putting in fence posts and maybe building another chicken coop section so I have room for hens and chicks because my chickens are getting old. So I just want to keep going. So yeah, I think I'm okay. I probably didn't think that so much the day that I assaulted the couch, but yeah, thank you for your caring. My thing is to just try to live to my fullest up here, trying to be physically active as much as I can. What I have is not nearly as bad as what my relatives have had or have, so it seems pretty mild to me at this point. So thank you for your concern, but I'm going to keep on keeping on, I hope. Okay, more later maybe, maybe not, I don't know. Ooh, here at the post office. I think this is my walking onions. I don't know if they're the bottom bulbs or they're the top kind of seeds. I'll put in a picture of what I'm talking about in case you don't know what Egyptian walking onions are. Woohoo! And then I had forgotten I had made a Baker Creek seed order. Papa Rhino, you had talked about Baker Creek. I have ordered the vast majority of my seeds from Baker Creek. Love their seeds. I think it's always free postage, but their packets have less seeds than some companies, and they have heirloom seeds, which means you can pick the seeds and replant them. And you should get exactly the same thing. Hybrids are like two varieties kind of crossed, like a crossbred dog, right? To get the best traits of both. And so I'm noticing that Baker Creek has less and less seeds of, they have like very unique varieties, right? And I am looking for some more old-fashioned varieties or whatever, because I'm just remembering all this rambling because with this Baker Creek seed packet, I'm remembering that I have with Hoss seeds, I believe, Hoss. Maybe it was Gurney's. I have to go home and look because somewhere I have a shopping cart full of seeds that I didn't order because I wasn't sure if I was done shopping, but I'm ordering sweet corn, popping corn, and a couple other things because their seed packets had more seeds and then Baker, and they're kind of more of the plain varieties or original varieties. So I'm excited. I gotta go home. I have to remember to finish that shopping cart because I want to try popping corn and I want to try glass gem corn, which can be a popping corn, but it's also grinding corn, but is also a decorative corn. I'll try to remember to put a picture of what glass gem corn looks like. But I do want to try to couple corns this year, sweet corn and the gem corn. Note to self, remind myself to finish that shopping cart. Okay, more maybe later. Okay, I've gotten my water, and they're still doing it the old-fashioned way, where the guys come out and give you your water, but they're changing to automated. Oh, I'm gonna, ooh. Anyway, they're changing to automated, so I have to, the only thing I have left to do is I have to bring a hose that's gonna put from the machine into the truck, into my tank on the truck. So fortunately, my friend, when he came up and put the 2-inch nozzle on my tank, he brought both ends, male and female, for the hose. So I have to find the male end hardware for the hose and put that on. So that's on my to-do list, is to work on my water loading system for the automated water pumper doohickey thing. Okay, so I'm home, and this is the 2-inch nozzle for my water tank, and then this is my hose that I use to put it in the cistern. So see, I have the female end there, but because I'm unloading my water, I haven't put the other end on there. But so I recently started thinking about it, and Warren, if you're watching this and I don't remember to text you, you brought the female and the male end up, right? I just had to find what I did with the male end, and if I attach it to that, then I'm all ready for their automated system. So first, this is how I unload the water. I hook it up to the tank, and I start a little flow of water to flush out anything that might have got up there, because I never thought about it until the guys at the water pump place did that, and they said, you know, things crawl up in there. So this is how I do my water. And sorry, I don't have a, I don't know, you won't see me doing the tank stuff. So I hook this one to the tank, and then I start it flowing, and I go down there, let it run out, and then I put it in the cistern. I get up here on top to open the lid so there's more airflow in the tank to let it out quicker. Whew, it's windy. And that is 1,200 gallons when it's full in there. So, whew, up here by the blueberry, what's supposed to be the blueberry patch, and then such a mess out here. That's the lilac bush. This is my Japanese maple, quite a story behind that. I'm so glad I haven't killed that, it's still alive. This is my little slanted vegetable bed that I had put in before the house was built. This has got to go. This is that thorny, nasty, I gotta get that cut out. Anyway, I hang things up so it blows in the wind and it helps keep the deer away, but it looks trashy, so don't judge, please. And if you do, oh well. So this, before they built the house, this was easier to access. Before when they made the driveway, this is all lumpy and real steep and that was hard to access. And then Steve and Wendy came and put in this driveway by the chicken coop. And look, I didn't know that chickens were little excavators. Look at all this they're digging out here. Dig, dig, dig. This was Steve and Wendy left this for a place like I could back the truck up and load and unload things. But those chickens, I want to put a little, like a little solid pony wall fence kind of thing here. They just dig. It's terrible. So I want this to be a little grassy, Japanese maple, lilac. Someday I want to have daffodils and crocus and tulips in here. We'll see. Anyway, so now that Steve and Wendy put in this driveway-like area for me, I can access this bed down here. When I was just camping here before the house was built, I had tomatoes and basil in here like crazy. It was great. There was good compost. Deb gave me some compost dirt, soil, and I put it in here and things grew great. But then after the driveway and all that, this was impossible. Not impossible. I could have got down here, but it was very difficult. So now that I can access it again, I'm thinking that this is where I'm going to put the Egyptian walking onions, and they can just grow forever in here. Do you know, do deer eat onions? Because I don't know, I should probably fence this off because of the chickens, the excavating chickens, but I don't know if the deer will bother the onions. So let me know. If the deer don't bother the onions, I probably won't have to fence it off as firmly, whatever word. I'll just have to chicken proof it. I won't have to like deer proof it. I had, before the construction, I had put these posts. I had a post here, I had a post here, natural post. I'd post running across, and I put string across here, and I think there was a couple of posts. That's what all these posts are. And I had wind chimes, and I had prayer flags, and that was enough to keep the deer away. Things blowing in the wind. It's not going to help with the stupid chickens. Anyway, so this is a project I want to do. Onion bed. I think that's the best place to put them. That's a project I want to do. Get that out of there. I want to do the blueberry bed straightening up, and hopefully I haven't completely killed the blueberries last year. I did completely kill the two little evergreen arborvitaes. I think they're completely dead, the poor things. I was so excited about planting them, and then the drought and heat came and I didn't take care of them. So all of last year they looked dead, dead, dead. They still look dead, dead, dead. So I'm gonna dig these up, poor things. Ugh. If people went to jail for murdering plants, I'd be there for life. It's terrible. So these are some of the projects I want to do. Clean that out. Blueberries. Take these out. Take that invasive thorny bush out. And work on where I want to plant the onions. So in this particular spot, that's some of the projects on my wish list. Okay, I've looked up, Willie, I've looked up about Egyptian walking onions over the years, off and on, but I wanted to make sure I could remember. This is what I ordered from, what did I do with that paper already? Here it is. This is what I ordered from SpentDandelion at Etsy.com. I ordered top sets and mother bulbs, whatever that is, I don't know. I just thought if those are two different types, like if some are at the top of the plant are the grouping of bulbs, and then at the bottom of the plant, I thought if I had two different versions, that I would have better luck maybe. Anyway, she sent them right away. It says thank you, Deb, it looks like. She sent them right away. I'm very excited. I left them, they were in the post office for a little bit, so they seem maybe a touch dry. I don't know how dry they're supposed to be, but that would be my fault for, I only check my post office box once a week usually. Anyway, so on the video, on the videos, the how-to videos, they show people planting them straight to the ground. They show people starting them in pots because it's so cold and windy, and I don't have that bed fertilized or fenced or anything yet. I got 2 little pots from outside. They had thistle plants. They had some weeds growing in them, so I dug around, loosened it up, add a little manure compost and some Pro Mix seed starting stuff. And so I'm going to start them in here and see if they start before putting out there and forgetting them and neglecting them. So on the videos, a lot of the people sort them by size, and then as they keep harvesting over the years, they keep the larger sizes. So you start out, some of them, with these connected bulbs, and you kind of twist them apart gently, and then you plant them pointy side up. And so you twist them apart gently, and I'm going to put larger ones and smaller ones. And see, this one, I don't know if my camera's going to cooperate. This one's actually got a little bit of green tip coming out. So hopefully I didn't leave them set so long that I killed them. Maybe I killed them before I got them in my possession. But I'm going to put the small ones on one side. And the larger bulbs on the other side. And try to sort them a little bit like that. And then, because I never remember what I do and when, I'm going to say it both on this video so maybe I can remember. And the gold pot I'm putting as the gold standard, larger ones. So you're just supposed to press them down in and leave their little, and do your own research, because I don't know what I'm doing, but this is what I'm doing today. This is my experiment today. You're supposed to just press them down, leave the little top part where the sprout's going to come out, leave that out, and then water them in. So I thought if I put the large ones in the gold planter, I might remember where I put the large ones versus the small ones. And we'll see how they do, because some of them feel full and some of them feel a little, this one feels very full and solid. Some of them feel a little just husky, like husk. So who knows, we'll see. Of course, if they don't come up, I can't just necessarily blame the person that sold them to me, because I don't know what I'm doing. But it'll be interesting to see. I should figure out a way. I should have got 3 pots, and figured out a way to mark the ones that feel lighter or kind of empty. These are a lot. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in that one. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think I'm going to put these last two a little bit larger. I'm going to put them in that one since this one's got so many in. So that makes 10 in this one and 15 in that one. Okay, so there we are. Woohoo! I wouldn't call this necessarily a bucket list item, but I've wanted to try Egyptian walking onions so bad for so long, and here is the start of that. Hopefully they'll sprout. Hopefully I'll get that bed out there. I don't know if I'm going to put these. I might do this as separate video and combined because on my rambling video I show the bed where I want to put them, but I probably want to keep this as a separate video too. So I am sorry if you have to look at this twice, but they're started. I'm going to take them to the kitchen sink where I have a sprinkler, Willie, where I have like a sprinkler sprayer, and I'm going to water them in, and I'm going to find room for them on this planter. By the way, pepper plants, look at the pepper plants. I haven't turned on the light yet. The overachiever pepper plants these are my early Cal Wonder for my Survival Seeds 2025. I should do a separate update. There's 2 little ones still back there that are underachievers, but 4 are doing great, including this one. This little light has been awesome when I remember to turn it on, and they are dry. Yeah, I haven't been keeping up on watering very good, but I haven't killed them. Yay! Okay, see ya.